3 times throughout my life, I considered suicide. The first, I was 12 years old, and I had gotten an F in math, which was my least favorite subject. And my cousin, my older cousin Travis, I called him up, because I remember he had gotten an F in math or in the subject, and he had changed it to a B. So I needed this trick. So I called him up like, hey, Trav, I got an F in math. I don't want to get in trouble. And he said, okay, I got you, cuz. He said, look, our report cards are on carbon paper. So you just need a pencil, real fine pencil. I don't know if y'all remember, but carbon paper is what our report cards used to come on with the black sheet on one side. And so in the real light gray in the writing. So I took a pencil and he said, not too fine. You got to wear it a little bit so it's not too straight. And make the B an F, and then take the paper, the carbon, and kind of wipe it. And it'll take the shine off the pencil. And I said, oh, okay. So sure enough, change the F to a B, present my mother with this beautiful report card with this B in math. And she praises me. She is so proud of me. She is so excited because she knew like I knew, math isn't my subject. So my mother comes to the school. Math is my first block, my first hour. And now I've been in there chilling. It's the end of the school year, y'all. Spring, end of the school year. I have deceived her every 6 months for the entire school year. So I'm in math class chilling. But I ain't done no work all year. The teacher passed out some work, I sit there. I don't gotta do it. I already know what I'm doing. I got a B in your class, right? So my mother shows up. So I'll never forget, I'm sitting in the classroom, and the whole time my math teacher is just smiling at me all morning. Knock on the door. She goes to the door and she's smiling at me. I'm smiling at her too. My mom looked in the door and looked at me and said, I'll see you at home. Rest of the day, shot, is how I looked, rest of the day. Scared. I made it, y'all. I didn't kill myself, and she didn't kill me either. I'm still here. The second time that I wanted to take my life, I had my second child. Springtime again. And I got 2 car seats, double stroller, double everything, right? I am out of my mind. They are 1.5 years apart, diapers, I had a cooler in the back of the truck. I am out of my mind, right? And I had heard through my first pregnancy and my second about postpartum depression and how real it was and how you're gonna feel like your life is over. Nobody cares about you, it's all about the baby. Yeah, well, okay. And so I didn't quite experience that in that same way the first time, because it just was 1. The second time with 2, oh. And I just felt like I couldn't explain it. I couldn't explain how I felt because all the women that had prepared me to be a mother, all the Black women that had prepared me to be a mother, never talked about being depressed or sad or feeling anything other than love and strength and what you need to do to sustain the life of your child. So I wasn't prepared for all the emotions I felt the second time, and I had nobody to talk to about it. And I didn't even realize what it was. And one day, so I am driving and I'm in my truck with the big truck. Now I drove sports cars all my life, had kids. Now I'm in this big truck. So I'm in this truck, double car seats, double everything, cooler in the back. And I am driving in Arizona, and I am on the freeway, and I can veer off or I can keep straight. And if I veer off, and I get on to the next freeway to go wherever I'm going. But if I keep straight, there is a brick building, huge brick building. And I know I'm supposed to be veering off, but all I see is this brick building, and I'm like, this is it. I am tired. I'm about to go. I'm just gonna keep straight. I'm going a good 69, about 70. I gotta slow up to go around this curve, but I'm gonna hit this wall. I'm running into this building. And I'm serious. And something made me look up in my rearview mirror. So I look up in my rearview mirror, and my babies are in the back seat. And I remember I looked up in the mirror, and I said, damn, I can't even kill myself because of y'all asses. Love saved me again. The third time I considered killing myself was 10 years later. I was going through what I would say was my awakening, but it didn't feel like that then. Felt like the end of my life, absolutely. So, divorce from my husband of 13 years, 3 babies later, 15 years we were together. Lost a job, lost my house, relocated back to Anderson, Indiana, my hometown. Just a country girl from Indiana. But I vowed when I left there, I was never going back. Except to visit, and successfully. Well, now I'm going home. I don't even got my babies with me. They in Arizona with their dad. And I'm home, get home, and lost everything. Or so I thought. And find out that I had stage 3 breast cancer. What? So this is a bad time, and I'm still doing storytelling events with Lex. I'm still living my life. I'm still, you never know that this was, how, all this stuff is going on in my life. And so I'm at a storytelling event actually in Silver Lake, California. So we're in this beautiful home up in the mountains, right? So that's where we're staying, gorgeous. You come out, it's in the mountain, you gotta drive all the way up. You walking you get up there and it's a beautiful view. You can see Silver Lake over to the right, every day. We're there for days, about 4 nights maybe. And so I'm going out, sitting on the balcony, looking out, forecasting, praying, getting ready. And one night I'm laying in the bed and I wake up out of nowhere, just suddenly, boom, eyes open, ceiling, looking up. And everything in me says, Star, go jump off the balcony. This is it. And so I'm like, oh shit, 100% committed though. And so I swaddle myself. I try to put the cover around me to hold me in the bed. And that didn't work. The feeling didn't go anywhere. So there was a restroom about 3 feet to my right. I literally rolled. I can't stand up, y'all. If I stand up, I'm walking out there. So I roll out of the bed, literally roll, boom, hit the floor. Lay there, thinking, okay, maybe they did knock some damn sense in me. Nope. So I can't stand up. I crawl on my elbows, the little 3 feet to the restroom. On my way, grab my lifeline, which was my phone. Get in there, close the door, lock it, and I'm up against the door, and I'm like, who am I gonna call? Crying, who am I gonna call? Who love me enough? Because I don't love myself enough right now. And I thought of my friend Jenny. She was, I think, in Dubai at the time, which she's in the UAE right now. And there's a 12-hour difference. So if it's 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, that means it's 3 o'clock p.m., 2 o'clock her time. So I text her, WhatsApp her, I need you right now, right now. She called me. If you know anything about them charges, being over there, she called me because she knew I don't ever ask for help. She called me and I said, Jenny, this is it. I'm gonna kill myself. I can't, I'm tired of being tired, this is it. She says, Star, you are at the beginning of the most beautiful part of your life. You cannot do this. And I'm still, Jenny, you don't understand. You can't. And then she triggered my inner mountain goat, my inner Capricorn, my inner competitive spirit, my inner baller. And she called me a punk. She said, quit being a punk. You being a punk. Get your punk ass up. And just that. As simple, it was just as simple and lightweight mean as that was, it was profound for me. Because I said to her immediately, I said, who are you calling a punk? Right, what? So I get up and she, we talk and laugh and cry. I stay there for 2 hours. Next thing I knew, Lex was knocking on the door because she was there. You sorry, okay, I got to use the restroom. By then, I was all right. I was scared. My legs was weak. I remember getting up and walking and being like, oh shit, like, I got to get up. So I make it through that. But the whole rest of the time, I don't go nowhere near the damn balcony. Nowhere near the balcony. Till the end, my last night there, I do the show. Everything, I don't say anything. But every time I get up to walk anywhere near that balcony, I'm on the wall like, trying to stay away from the balcony, right? I won't even look at it. Because the urge hadn't quite gone away. I was still fearful. So my last night, I say, okay, yep, I'm going out there. So I go to the door, I etch to the door, I get to the door, I open it. But it was dark. I said, shit, nope. I'm gonna go tomorrow when it's daylight. So the next morning, sure enough, as soon as the sun came up, I said, you know what, Star, I'll go out there. I walk out on the balcony, get out there. So I sit down on the couch where I've been. And I said, nope, that ain't good enough. Star, go over there to the damn edge of the balcony. You gotta go to the edge. You gotta go to the edge. So I get over there, go to the edge, scared. I'm like, shit. Whew. I look down. I be damn. 2 stories, y'all. 2 stories. If I'd have jumped, I'd have failed 2 stories. I would have been in the ER, not the ICU, the ER. And I looked down, and I was so tickled. I said, I be damn, look. I'd have been injured, not dead. God knew. God knew. I would have had to explain why everybody sitting in the kitchen saw my ass jump down 2 stories. I would have had to be Superman. See, I'm in the mountain, y'all. I don't know no better. I don't live in no damn mountain, right? I'm thinking it's the edge. No, I'd had to fly through the trees like Superman to get to a drop-off to kill myself. God had a sense of humor. And again, love saved me.